Oh, man. All right. Okay. So I thought I would come back and share a part 2. The previous live was Who's More to Blame? And this is entitled, But Can You Handle It? And this is going to be like the aftermath. Okay, so one of the last things that I said on the video was we can try to do things with as much decency and integrity as we can. That I'm not advocating that anyone should have to stay in any types of situations that they no longer wish to be in, but we need to try to be as decent about things as we can. Now, but can you handle it? See, here's what's fascinating. Sometimes, even for those of us that do attempt to grow up, that do attempt to change the game, that do attempt to take full accountability and start being more honest with ourselves and then honest with the people that we're with, and deciding, okay, hey, I need to own up. Okay, I need to be fair. I need to be decent. Sometimes the people that are being cheated on, right? The cheatee, if you will. Okay, the one that's being cheated on. Sometimes they're saying they want the truth. They're saying they want somebody to be on the up and up with them. They're saying the person should have just kept it real. They're saying the person should just leave or shouldn't have been in it. But the fascinating thing is some of these same people win and want somebody tries to take the full accountability, tell them the full truth, full disclosure, okay? Full disclosure, and says, hey, I'm not making excuses for any of this, or woo-de-woo-de-woo, and, I want to move on. This is over because you know what? You're right. This is not right. I've cheated. I'm cheating. I brought other people into this dynamic, which was not fair for nobody here. Okay. I shouldn't have brought somebody into our home. I shouldn't have entertained other people while still trying to, work with you. Once people do this, because it's painful, some people aren't able to receive it. So I have to play devil's advocate here. I have to be fair for everybody involved, because more often than not, we're just saying they should just keep it real. They should have just been honest. They should have just, told me the full truth and then, or just left the relationship or moved out or whatever, instead of playing with my heart, playing with my emotions, playing games, keeping secrets, But let's ask ourselves these questions as well, because we say it, but can we handle it? Because see, now here's the bottom line to these messy scenarios, collective, that we find ourselves in. There's no easy. We're looking for easy. We're looking for pain-free. But even when people fully own up, that's not going to stop the hurt. This is why that old movie that used to go, you want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Remember that? And that's because people be saying it. But then when someone sits in front of them and really literally give them full disclosure and have made some conscious decisions to put an end to that dynamic, because see, most people aren't expecting people to bring it to an end. And this is the real truth. They're not expecting that. They're hoping that people will just tell the truth, and then it's going to be a wonderful life, and then they're just not going to do it again. And so sometimes that's not always the case. Some people want to move on, collective. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not saying any of that, okay? I'm not saying that in some cases it's mighty convenient that people decide to move on. I get all of that. But at the end of the day, if we're saying, as we all commonly say, people should just keep it real. When I just saw an orange butterfly fly over to the right of me, wow. People, should just keep it real and be on the one hand. You ain't got a lie to kick it. Like, we get all sorts of sayings about how we're just saying we want people to be truthful and honest. Can we handle it? What if the honesty includes, okay, hear me out. What if the honesty includes they don't want to be with you anymore? Okay, because we don't always really fully bank on that part. And I'm not denying pain. I'm not denying how sometimes things are unfair or how it becomes mighty convenient for certain people. And that's their lot, by the way. If there's any foul play with that, that's their lot to live. Okay? But can we handle when it ain't us? That when the truth is, they're going to tell us, as shitty as it may be and as it may feel, that they're going to sit there and they're going to give you this honesty that you claim you want. And they're going to say, I'm sorry. Now, again, remember I said we should be trying to do things with decency, including our approach. We shouldn't be trying to sting people on purpose. We shouldn't be trying to say it with an extra ouch. Right? We should be saying it with some compassion in our heart. And, not sitting there like, well, let me point out all the reasons why, bitch. Let me give you all 12 reasons, motherfucker, why I hate you today. Okay? Like, we should be trying to, like, hey, this is just not working. And if the person is insisting, like, you can't control their side. Like, if they're insisting and going, blah, 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 all you can do is just, right, try not to get into that, because that's not going anywhere. So, again, but can we handle it? Because sure, cheating, infidelity, all of that messy shit, third parties, love triangles, love 4 angles, love 12 angles, you know what I'm saying? All of that weird nigga bitch energy, sleeping with the enemy, sleeping with the homie and the homie's homie, and, all of that shit. It's a shit show. But for the individuals that get ready to say, okay, I got to clean up my life and my act. I can't speak for nobody else. I can't do it for anyone else. But I can do it for myself, though. So I'm going to do it. Now, the people that's on the receiving end, I'm trying to prep you. And I just saw that butterfly again. I don't know if y'all saw it. I'm trying to prep you. Because prepare yourself. Most of the time we have a sense and a knowing of some things and we distract out. But just try to prepare yourself if you're going to be on the receiving end of the hard truth. Get in nature, journal, bitch, go to therapy, bitch. Like, I'm not against nothing. Anything that's going to be in a higher vibrational versus the toxic way of handling these things. Getting drunk. Drugs, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, partying, thieving, shit, killing people, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to prepare ourselves and feel our feelings. But be grateful, because let me tell you something. If you're on a receiving end of somebody that is finally willing to give you truth, full disclosure, as painful as these truths may be, at least they're honoring you enough to give it to you. Because what they can do is keep lying to you. What they can do is keep lying to you and keep getting your hopes up and keep fucking around on you anyway. What they can do is continue to waste your time in your life while still fucking around on you, just becoming better at hiding it. So consider yourself, be grateful. How many people in this world that we're constantly talking about the fact that they don't have no fucking integrity, that they can't fucking own up to shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's celebrate it a little bit more if we're claiming that we want so much honesty. We want so much honesty. Well, when honesty comes, nobody said that it wasn't gonna hurt. Nobody said that we were necessarily gonna get our way. So, though we may be upset and we may cry and we may feel like it's wrong and we may feel like it's unfair and we may have all sorts of opinions and feelings about it, which are all valid and fine, but be grateful, because motherfuckers could have wasted your life. They could have kept you panting, hoping, wishing, waiting, trying for something that's never gonna change. This year is this motherfucker they cheating on you with. Next year is somebody else. But can you handle it? Those that bring the truth, to the ones out there that ends up being the bringers of truth, I tip my hat out to you. Tip my hat to you for breaking the cycles of being a lying motherfucker. And I want to say, prepare yourself. So you need to go in with a plan as well, because people who aren't ready to receive and hear the truth from you, they're not going to make this easy. Okay? It's not going to be a like, wow, we cry a few tears, shake hands, hug, bye, bitch. It's not going to be like that. For the ones that they claimed to want the truth, it's going to be ready. Give yourself some limits as to how far you're going to go with trying to explain. Okay? Because these types of people, when they're on the toxic side and they're not wanting it, they're going to try to keep you in a cycle. Because the truth is, they didn't want the truth. The truth is, they wanted the truth on their terms. The truth is, they didn't want your truth. They didn't want the truth. So you have to set a limit. Like I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be fair. I'm going to give full disclosure, because this is going to clear that karmic wheel. I'm going to give full disclosure. I'm not going to be sneaky. I'm not going to eliminate pertinent information. I'm going to go in. Full disclosure. As far as it depends on me, my apologies and things of that nature. But I'm only going to give myself this amount of time. I'm going to set the limit, 30 minutes. These are going to be the answers to the questions. This is how far I'm going to go. I'm not going to go back to the Wayback Machine. I'm not going to try to console them and all that, because sometimes all of that shit is just designed to get you to feel bad, to get you to guilt tripping, to get you entangled in their energy, to get you in trauma bond, breakup sex, bitch, and all this weird shit. You have to go in with a plan, prepared and ready. If you need to put a timer on your phone, If you need to, like, you need to be ready, because I'm sorry to have to present this to you. Toxic people do not let go very easy. People with deep-rooted abandonment issues and mental health things and all sorts of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be easy, even with all of these truths. So, though it is commendable that some of you all out there are really starting to grow up, some of you are experiencing the backlash because you did grow up. And you did finally give some people out there full disclosure, and they got pissed. They got pissed, boy. You would thought the devil shit. But see, I'm proving a point. See, this is why I said, but can they handle it? I'm proving it. Because some of y'all out there did it. It was hard. You probably didn't want to. You were probably shaking. Because some of y'all know y'all was dealing with some special, let's keep it on the 100. Some of y'all know that you was dealing with some crazies. So part of why you didn't want to. But see, doing so is clearing the air. It's clearing the air. And it's liberating yourself. Because until you do that, it's going to be this back and forth energy and this frequency of, they played head games with me. They're unclear. They kept saying this and that. They kept, it's that kind of frequency. So when you own your truth and you speak it, they could be pissed, but they're no longer able to do that. They're no longer able to say you kept giving them false hope and you kept alluding to it may work. You kept telling them that you still love them and want to be with them. Like, it's still that. So congratulations for cutting that out. And in retrospect, to the truth speakers, to those of you who are starting to try to be more in that way, hopefully you take your own lesson along the way, which is, okay, this is why you shouldn't play games. This is why you shouldn't string people along. This is why you need to be mindful of who you connect to. This is why you need to have healthy boundaries. This is why, just your wisdom lessons. Like, okay, now as I move forward in life, am I going to be so quick to get with motherfuckers because they foxy? As I move forward in life, am I going to go for things because of just the money and aesthetics? As I go forward in life, am I going to be careful to see if this is a relatively grounded person, because there's no guarantees in life. We may not make it. And I don't need another crazy motherfucker that wants to kill me because we don't. Which is a mental health thing. The only people that are going to be operating from the space of, if I can't have you, no one can, is not quite well. So we have to take these lessons and be careful. And understand that groovy, foxy, you know what I'm saying, and all these things doesn't necessarily mean you're dealing with someone that's healthy. Because listen, collective, can we guarantee? I want y'all to ponder that. Can we? Be honest. Can we guarantee 100% without doubt that we're going to be with someone forever? That sounds very romanticized, doesn't it? It sounds wonderful and like a fairy tale. And I'm not saying forever isn't possible, but I'm saying, can we guarantee it? divorce, breakups, separations, life, one thing and another. Can we? We really can't. People change. And I'm not saying that we should lose hope. I'm simply saying that there needs to be a health check somewhere within a person's soul or something. Those are deep-rooted issues that most don't want to deal with or admit that they have. Be upset, be mad, go through, learn how to heal and transform from loss and grief and separation and disappointment in a healthy way, because life is not guaranteed. Relationships aren't guaranteed, and we can go to the chapel and get married all we want, but I can promise you this, that ain't guaranteed to be what you want it to be either. So now what? Then we getting into this 1980s fatal attraction shit. You know, if I can't have you, like, weird, just weird, man. If you're not going to be with me, I'm not going to let you be with anybody. Dun, dun, dun. It's nuts. All right, y'all. Can we handle the truth? Oh, sorry. Because they be saying it, y'all, but look, they want the truth. They can't handle the truth.